Hi, Taylor. Not sure what you're comfortable about sharing, but at this point, are you able to share what the reason that you landed on the list and what was your reaction when you were placed on the list and deemed unavailable?
Yeah, I tested positive, and I was asymptomatic, so I just had to quarantine for the 10 days, and was able to complete a rehab skate yesterday with no issues, obviously, and rejoin the team today. So I'm happy to be back.
Taylor, how scary was that for you? When you wind up testing positive, knowing it, COVID's kind of the unknown. Was it scary for you?
No, because I had no symptoms, so I wasn't wasn't too afraid. I mean, I don't have people at risk living with me, or I wasn't around people that are at risk during the time that I was exposed. So I wasn't too worried about it. I know that some people can get anxious about that stuff, but for me, I was comfortable with it, and did my isolation, and came out of it fine.
So Taylor, based on where you practice today, it looks like you're going to play Monday. Do you plan to play Monday? I mean, it seems it would seem like a player would need more than a couple days of practice to play a game after such a long layoff, I guess.
Yeah, I plan on playing. I think at this point, whether you play a game or not, it's your first game back is always going to feel maybe a little bit rusty after time off, but there's no better way to get back into it than to throw yourself in and just play. So I think with the doctors and the medical staff, we still need to chat a little bit and review some things and all that. But I plan on trying to play on Monday.
Hey, Taylor, what was just what's your reaction to how this all sort of unfolded? The games against New Jersey, the decision to play on Sunday, and how you guys got to where you are at this point as a team.
Yeah, I think there was some frustrations for sure, but at the end of the day, we're trying to look forward and do the best we can with the situation we were given. This is everyone's first time going through this, and there's going to be mistakes that are not, they're not on purpose. They're just we're all trying our best here, and I don't think anyone deserves more blame than anyone else. But it happened. I think sometimes situations like that happen for a reason. I think you've seen the protocols that have been put in place around the NHL to make sure this doesn't happen again, and we don't have to have more postponements. So it's unfortunate we were in the middle of it, but we're going to get through it, and we'll be fine.
Taylor, what occupied the bulk of your time, and what are you really hoping to accomplish personally as you come back? Meaning, like, have you studied your game a little bit, and are there things that you want to do more of moving forward here?
Occupied the most of my time. I mean, just Netflix, Xbox. Not much going on. Obviously, it's tough to quarantine for that long, but the days go by slow but fast at the same time. Like, they just kind of blend together. And for my personal game, obviously it's been a while since I scored. I thought my first 6 games of the year were very good. I felt comfortable with how I was playing. Last 4, not so great, but I still believe in myself as what I can do and how I can help the team. And I think you see the weapons that you can play with on this team, and that's why I wanted to come play here. So we're going to get it together as a team. We're still right in the middle of a playoff race that is theirs, for the taking. So I'm excited to be back, and hopefully we can win some games here pretty quick.
Hey, Taylor, I know you were asymptomatic, but did any of your teammates just kind of reach out, check in on you, make sure you were in good spirits? And then, because today we saw you on the bench, you were chatting it up with a couple of them, you had a big smile on your face. So, just that first question, and then just how great was it just to be back and interact with the guys and just kind of feel like you were a little back to normal?
Yeah, of course. There was lots of guys checking in on me to see how I was doing. That's part of being on a hockey team. And like I said before, we're all going through this for the first time. So you never know if a guy's going to be, have the flu-like symptoms, or if he's going to be feeling just fine. So you reach out to everyone. And I think a few of us that were on the COVID list, we were just kind of chatting, had a group chat going, and just exchanging how we were feeling. And then obviously today coming back to be around the team, that's what being a hockey player is all about, is yakking it up with the guys, in the dressing room before the skate, and being out there and laughing when someone messes up. It's always fun to be back and have that camaraderie. Is something that you miss when you're gone, for sure.
Hey, Taylor, you talked about having that long layoff and of course, being away from the ice for so long, you as well as anybody knows there's a difference between game shape and just being in shape. So how did you stay in shape? I'm sure you worked out at home, but was there kind of that difference when you came to practice today of that game shape versus just, working out at home?
Well, unfortunately, with the league's protocols, we're not allowed to work out at home during, when you've tested positive for COVID. So for me, I'm working back into it, but there's lots of times in the summer where I take, 7 to 8, 9, 10 days off at a time just to rest. And I come back and skate, and, you don't always feel great the first day, but overall, eventually it comes back pretty quick, and I'm not worried about that. So fitness is always, a touchy kind of subject. And I think some guys can overthink it a bit. Just kind of go out and play and see what happens.
We're all set, Taylor. Thank you.
Thank you.